So you're giving directions, you're calling out names, and no one's listening. It's like you're not even there. It's frustrating, it's exhausting, and it's also incredibly common, especially at the start of the school year. So if this has been happening in your classroom lately, take a deep breath. This is not just a you problem, and it does not mean that you're a bad teacher. And by the end of this episode, you're going to walk away with practical tools that work even with your most distracted or disengaged students. This video was actually inspired by a comment a teacher left on my channel who wrote this. I'm a group leader of soon-to-be kindergartners at a day camp. We're outside most of the day doing activities. It's so difficult to get the kids to respond when I call their name repeatedly, let alone listen to me. Some activities like arts and crafts or ceramics takes all of 5 or 10 minutes, and then the girls are bored. I try to get them involved with filler activities such as an area close to arts and crafts called Block Island. They can build with large soft Legos and foam blocks, but they lose interest in that too. They argue over not sharing, and then they ignore me to help clean up. Help. Okay, so first, big hugs. What you're navigating is hard, especially with soon-to-be kindergartners in an outdoor setting with short attention spans, limited structure, and a high need for novelty and movement. So the fact that you're showing up each day and trying to redirect with care already says so much about your heart and your dedication. Let's talk about a few things that might help, especially using natural and logical consequences to encourage better listening and cleanup routines. So first, some context. Young kids at this age especially aren't ignoring you to be rude. Their brains are still developing impulse control, and in an unstructured environment like camp, it's even harder for them to stay focused. Your job isn't to eliminate all misbehavior because that's impossible. We're dealing with little kids, right? It's to guide them consistently using calm, clear expectations and predictable follow through. So when they don't respond to their name, what's actually happening is they've learned they don't have to respond. You say their names and nothing happens. So they keep playing. So what you can try is practicing the skill. You can play a name game or freeze where they get a small reward or acknowledgement for responding, like a high five, a silly dance, or a sticker, something small and immediate. Make it a fun challenge to reinforce that listening means that something good is going to happen. And set the tone from the start. So you're going to let them know before you play the game, when I call your name, that means it's time to look at me and stop what you're doing. If we can't do that, we might miss out on something fun. We can't continue playing the game. We're going to have less time to play, right? The logical consequence is if they don't respond after 2 calls, they lose a turn at their favorite activity or at the game, or they get a shorter time at the next station. That isn't mean. It's just what happens when we can't follow directions in the group. So you can just say, I called your name. You didn't stop. That tells me you're not ready for the next activity yet. Let's sit together for a minute and then we can try again. Okay, so when they refuse to clean up, what's actually happening is there's, again, no natural connection between making a mess and being responsible for it. So let's create one. What you can try is pre-framing cleanup before they start. So what you're going to say to them is something like, if you build it, you help clean it up. That's part of the fun of using Block Island. You can teach it, model it for them, and practice it. You can also give them a countdown. So for example, we have 5 more minutes. If we don't clean up together, we might lose our time here tomorrow. Just let them know it's a logical consequence. If they refuse to help clean up, they don't get to use that station next time. No lecture, just cause and effect. You can say something like, well, it looks like it was too hard to clean up today. That tells me we need a break from Block Island. We'll try again tomorrow. Right? Also, notice your helpers. Really celebrate the ones who do clean up. So something like, wow, I see Zoe putting blocks away so fast that shows me she's ready for the next fun thing. Great job, Zoe. I'm so proud of you. Right? And here's a bonus tip. You can also shorten the filler activities. So they're showing you it's too long. So you can rotate quickly or create mini challenges like, can you build the tallest tower in 2 minutes? Or work with a partner to build a house before I count to 20. So you really are going to need to make shorter activities for them to do in between. And visuals really help. So you can create a little sign or a picture of each station and use it to set your expectations. Even if you're outside, you can use an easel or a whiteboard to do this. And that way they can see it's first arts and crafts, then it's Block Island, and then it's snack. When they can see what's coming, they can see what's going to happen next. And what happens if a station doesn't go well, they're going to be late for the next thing and not get to enjoy it. The other thing I encourage you to do is to create a group signal. So instead of calling each name, try a call and response cue like 1, 2, 3, eyes on me, or hands on top. That means stop, right? Whatever works for you, make sure you have a group signal for your students and make sure you teach them in advance what that's going to be and let them practice it before you need to use it. You can also use a whistle because you're going to be teaching outside. So I hope that was helpful for you. If you loved this video, check out the full episode on the Beginning Teacher Talk podcast. I'm going to do a whole episode on what to do when kids don't listen in the classroom. I'll pin the episode to the top of the comments as soon as it's released. And please let me know in the comments if you have a question or a topic you'd love for me to cover on the channel, and I just might answer it on an upcoming video like I did with this one. Also, please let me know that you liked this content by clicking the like button, and be sure to subscribe so you never miss an episode. And until next time, remember, just because you're a beginning or experienced elementary teacher, there's no need for you to struggle like one. Bye for now.